for our first guest in John 2 Zone history, we have today Winston. Now, Winston, this is going to be a hard-hitting interview. I hope you're ready for this, all right? So we got recent intel that you declawed yourself because you're addicted to Prozac. Care to comment? I'm going to take that as a no comment, you sly, scheming little fella. All right, next question is, we know you have 5 children, and you have yet to pay child support on any of them. The mom is no comment. You coward. Damn coward. He doesn't get a treat for doing this interview. All right, let's start the John 2 Zone. This was a bust. I can't believe it. Welcome back, guys. It's September 26, 2023, and this is the second official episode of the John 2 Zone with your host, John. Welcome back. How's everyone feeling after first official episode done in the books out there?
I didn't think we'd get this far.
You didn't? I didn't either. I was expecting -4 views, but yeah. So if you're watching this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. All right.
Next time, our view count can get into positives.
I won't. Hopefully, and one day I won't come home just really angry at Harrison, being like, "Why are we not getting views?"
You're still gonna come home angry at me for some reason.
Yeah, but at least it won't be for not getting views.
Yeah.
That's fair. And this episode is sponsored by Dr. Han. He's just staring at me right behind me. Thank you, Luke. Another episode of Luke. You can only see his chin, but like you get the point. You get the same vibe. I think it's good this episode for Dr. Han to be in the background, because what's that stat where it's like most podcasts don't make it past the first episode? It's like 90% of podcasts don't make it.
I think that was something you were telling me, and you're like, you need to keep on making TikToks because we'll never get that far if you don't do it.
I never said that. What do you mean? I said if we want people to watch, we need TikToks.
I see.
Yeah. But no, we made it to the second episode. This is good.
It's a milestone.
Yeah, it's great, because now I have Dr. Han. I'm imagining it in a world where he's like, we're in like a podcasting studio and he's like my director.
And you're just like, I'm a podcaster.
I am a podcaster. Dr. Han in this world, he's like, first we're going to get you started with some TikTok forward-facing videos. Then we're going to get you maybe some, open mics, a little crowd work, and then you can be a stand-up, and then you can be a podcaster. But right now, we just need you to work the basics. And I'm like, I am a podcaster. I am a podcaster.
You were.
No. You were a radio show host. Now you're just a lonely podcaster.
It's kind of like when you had Half Nelson taped to your wall. I feel like it's a similar vibe where they just look at you.
At least Dr. Han, there's a purpose. Ryan Gosling, yeah, I feel like you just paint whatever you want with Ryan Gosling. He's just kind of there, just like.
Wait, is Half Nelson no longer taped to your wall?
Dude, it's right behind you. It's in the. It's. I put it in there with. It's right next to Family Guy. There we go.
I feel like you might want to explain the.
There's no explanation. This was just on my wall.
No, the fact that you just used like simple masking tape.
I think that's what made it,
It gave it that charm.
I'd bring people over and they'd be like, damn, this guy's real.
That must be his favorite movie, and you still haven't seen it.
Never seen it, yeah. I mean, I've seen Ryan Gosling in a movie. I don't know if I've seen Sharika Epps in a movie. I've seen Anthony Mackie in a movie. Yeah. Just never the two together.
Never the twain shall meet.
Never. And they never will. There's like some things in life where I'm okay with not doing. That's one of them, like just for the bit. Like at my work, we're supposed to, I don't know why. Let's not put my work in there.
People are going to come find you now.
They're not going to come find me. It's just like,
that's
it's just I don't want to be a representation of them. I'm not that person.
John, I'm afraid we're gonna have to let you go.
I'm too open with my life. But anyway, no, we're supposed to like answer the phone sometimes. Haven't. I like go out of my way to make sure I never have to talk to the phone. Like I will go above and beyond everywhere else, but I will not touch that damn phone.
You're so lucky. My past 2 jobs have involved so much of just being on the phone.
Well, my full-time work, I like do like Teams meetings a lot. Like that's fine. But working retail, I'm like, no.
Oh no, like I had to get the calls from like customers and stuff, and that was
Not doing that. Mm-mm. Speaking of work, I had a terrible day at work yesterday. Today was fine. It was great. But yesterday I went into the office and I was going to walk over there like a good little boy, get my steps in. And I remember checking the weather before and I was like, weather's going to be fine. It starts pouring like while I'm 15 minutes away from the office, and the whole day I'm just wet and cold in the office.
not like that normally.
No. Wait, what? Don't do that to me. I'm going to start. Anytime you're saying something I don't like, I'm going to do what I do for Winston.
Just shake the treats at him.
Just distract you. No.
You just feed me his treats.
You just need to get one of those squirt bottles that they use on cats. Just like.
That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start treating Harrison.
I'm
like
going to
Winston.
hiss at you.
Yeah, I can go get the bottle of bleach from the bathroom. You can use that.
How do you tame your roommate? Spray him with bleach.
We're going to have to start feeding you your Zoloft. Just like holding you down.
I'll hiss at you. And just...
Take it. God, Jose's like, hold still.
You get Jose
You're a
to be the
grown
one.
man. What are you doing?
I don't want to be happy.
Can you stop, please, for the love of God? You've taken these willingly. I don't know what's...
I've had a change of heart.
We're just like, we don't have to be doing this, Harrison. Why are you being like this? This is ridiculous. But yeah, so I was cold and wet in the cubes all day. Not a good time. But the day ended off like, I don't know why. I was still optimistic at the end of the day. My joyous ass. I was like walking around.
Childlike
Dude, there was 2
wonder.
rainbows. Like 2 separate rainbows. It was awesome. I don't remember the last time I've seen a rainbow.
That's pretty real.
It was nice. I was like, this is what it's all about.
I mean, this is Chicago. You're probably going to see plenty of rainbows.
I haven't seen a rainbow in a while.
Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
You know, a real rainbow, all right? Not those fake rainbows.
What are you trying to say here, John?
I don't know what I'm trying to say, honestly. I was trying to find an avenue for that. Nope.
I'd really like you to stop and think about
Didn't.
this.
I think about it. And I choose to go down another path. This path, meaning I'm in a point in my life where I'm only listening, if a gay woman's like, listen to the song, I made it, I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll listen to it.
So you get the TikTok feed where it's like, hey, I just made the song of the summer.
No.
And you're just like,
because
well,
they
gotta
don't
listen
they
to
don't
it.
do that. They're too cool for that. At least the gay women I listen to, at least.
Mm.
It feels, because I feel like I'm pretty lesbian coded. I feel like emotionally speaking, I connect with them a lot closer than some of my
Is
straight
it
male
because
companions.
you like women?
That's one of the reasons, yeah. To be honest, I feel like I love too hard. Wear my heart on my sleeve.
And as we already know, you piss too hard.
Yep, that's also true. And I feel like those are all traits that are very prominent in lesbian women. I feel like they're always...
I'd like your next guest on this podcast to be a lesbian woman. And
Can you get that set up? We only know bisexual women. We don't know any... Oh. Stop name dropping people. We need to stop name dropping.
I'll cut it out.
Okay, yeah. These people aren't... That would be very funny if we just started like name dropping just like random people that like... You guys know my boy Mason, right?
And just be like, they just have like a series of characters on the show that their faces are never seen.
I'll just use
know
my
them by
Twitter
name.
group chat. Those
That's-
guys are characters. It's very funny.
They
Because
want the free shout out.
it's weird because those are all guys. Some of those guys I've known for years, and right now they're just like voices in my head. It's pretty crazy.
Taunting you.
They are. I know they exist. I've seen them hang out with each other and interact. So I'm like, are like the thoughts in my head collabing? Or
This is a real thought collab.
I don't know. I feel like it's weird because I'm like, I know these guys exist. I've just never seen them before. And if I do see them, I'm going to go nonverbal and just like, what's up, guys?
You're not supposed to be here.
You're never supposed to meet your internet friends. You're never supposed to know two best friends named Mason and Jerry that live in New Jersey. You're not supposed to. Me personally, I'm a Mexican lad. I was supposed to just like. I was never supposed to go outside of Texas. I was just supposed to grow up, listen to Bad Bunny, and work in the oil rigs. That's what was supposed to happen.
Now look at you. You're in Chicago, lesbian coded with a podcast.
One mic, one dream. Something changed. It was Twitter. Twitter is the one that they're like, sorry, you're not allowed to be happy anymore. You have to think for once. Sorry, buddy, but you have to critical think. Have you seen that tweet where it's like, I wish I didn't have to critical think? Something along those lines.
Nah, haven't.
I don't know, but it just really resonated with me because I was like, if I never critical thought at all in my life, I would be so happy. I just constantly think about everything I've ever done.
Not my critical thinking ass.
I can walk from a conversation and it being like, the most joyous and like happy time. And I'm like, this person hates me. They despise my every moment, my very existence. They want me just gone.
But without critical thinking, you'd just be like, damn.
I mean, most people don't have critical thinking. If I'm being honest, no one really has like real morals or actual like ideologies. They just kind of go with vibes. We're a pretty like vibe based society now.
No one's ever true to their morals. They just kind of see whatever.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, like, I can think of like multiple like political moments where it's like you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have any like moral compass. You're just kind of like, this is bad because maybe it's bad. I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to go into it because it's not as funny, but it's just we're in a vibe-based society.
It's a critical thought you had earlier.
It's a critical thought I had earlier, and I was like, no. Sorry, boss. I can't.
I feel
I'm
like
thinking too damn hard.
I feel like Luke here is pretty true to his own morals.
Well, yeah, no, because he's smart and he actually knows things. Some people, I mean, I know a lot of smart people that just like their mind is somewhere else. I think it's not necessarily they're like, yeah, this thing is bad, but like I don't know why it's bad. And like some people, they're very good at being like, I know this is bad, and all of these things are bad because, ergo, this thing is bad. But I just want to say ergo. I really had nowhere I was going with that.
It's a fun excuse to drop that.
It really is.
Start doing a word of the week sort of thing. Just find a word that we use in the podcast and make it the word of the week.
Ergo.
And today's word of the week is
ergo.
Brought to you by John 2.
John 2 started a podcast. Ergo, he is now gay. Did I use that right?
I mean, like, linguistically, yes, but logically, no.
Logically, it makes sense. The viewers at home understand where I'm going.
The vibe goers of society understand.
John 2 listens to Sharon Von Entel. Ergo, he's now gay. Ergo, he's now lesbian coded.
You keep on getting her name wrong.
I'm going to keep on getting it wrong now that you pointed it out, dickhead. Don't make me very much I'm an example of that one page in every parenting childhood or every like parenting book where they're like, okay, you have to don't ever deny him, always just say yes, just encourage him until he figures out he's wrong. Because if you tell me I'm wrong, I'm gonna be wrong 4 times.
That's just John 101, and I fall for it every day.
You do, yeah. There a lot of classic bits for myself is just me doubling down on mistakes I've made because I'm like, nope. I'm
sticking to your guns.
I am a true gunslinger. I'd be like, nope.
One of these days, you sticking to some like random point of yours is gonna get someone killed. I feel like.
No, I bring life to everywhere I touch. Don't go to my room and see the 2 dead plants in there. Don't go in there.
You just touch them and
Don't
they're
look
like,
at that. I overwater it. I didn't know how air plants worked. All right.
You're supposed to water them with air.
Duh, idiot. Speaking of not critical thinking, I watched The Wash, the movie. It's written by DJ Pooh with an H.
Where's the H?
The very beginning.
Wait,
No, it's Pooh, Pooh. It's the same guy that wrote Friday, and it's such a peculiar movie because I was watching it and just I don't know what I was supposed to feel. Because there's a lot of like weird moments where it has the funny bits of Friday, but it doesn't have like the build up. There's a couple of weird things like one scene that was very prominent and just scarred in my brain is Snoop Dogg is in
it's
the
off to a
break
great
room.
start.
Snoop Dogg is in the break room. Okay, the 2 main characters, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre at first is the broke friend to Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is rich, but now they're working at the car wash, and at the car wash, Snoop Dogg, he used to be top dog, but now Dr. Dre's character is like, I need a job, but he gets the job there automatically too. He doesn't have a paper resume. He's just like, oh yeah, no, I worked at the Foot Locker down the street, and the dude's like, all right, bet you're like, let me show you the ropes.
If only it were that easy these days.
No, that's literally it. And a plot point in the very beginning is his first day. He like eats at this taco truck, and everyone's like, "Boy, you shouldn't have done that." And he's like, "What? Okay." And then very like 2 minutes later, he's just taking a massive shit. He's just like, "Oh," and there's like a solid 5 minutes dedicated to showing him just like. And Snoop Dogg's like, yo, my girl's trying to pee, and he's like, no. And this man's fighting for his life, and it's like it goes on for way too long. Maybe I was just like, it was in the background, but I was like, he is pooping way too much. This is too much. This movie is only an hour and 30 minutes. There shouldn't be this much pooping.
I think I remember you saying like you wanted to show it to us, but like you wanted to show it to us just skipping around to all the parts because like it's really scattered, I guess. It's
very scattered in the point where like the entertaining parts are very entertaining and the boring parts are just like,
I just know if you end up showing us that and we get to the pooping scene, Jose's just gonna be like, yeah, that's just me after Dags.
Me after Burrito House.
John after consumes 3,000 calories worth of Taco Bell.
Exactly. But yeah, but they need to show that they're broke, so he tries to flush it, but the water's turned out because they haven't paid rent. So a big plot point is their apartment smells like poo poo.
Guys.
And throughout the movie, they do not address if they've ever gotten rid of the poo poo. And there's multiple, like, Dr. Dre's character brings over a girl, and they also have multiple girls, which they don't really show they don't really explain their full relationship with the girls. I think Snoop Dogg is with both of them, and Dr. Dre character is just kind of like there for vibes. He's a straight and narrow guy. He's like, I follow the rules, man. But he's all... Anyway, so yeah, he brings the girl over, and there's still poop in the toilet. They don't acknowledge this at all throughout the rest of the movie. There's no mention of the poop in the toilet, which I thought was a travesty.
The girls are just like, it's okay, I understand.
That's not even the weirdest scene in the movie. It's whenever Snoop Dogg's character, this guy, he likes to play around at work, all right? So he has a girl over and he's like, man, girl, you shouldn't be dressing like this while I'm at work. You're going to make me act up. And so he did act up, and they were in the break room. And Dr. Dre's character is trying to find him because he's like, bro, you stole something from work. I might have to fire you. So he goes over and he's looking for Snoop Dogg. He's like, yo, Snoop. He's like, yo, what are you doing? Goes over to the door and he hears them going at it. Puts his ear to the door and just starts rubbing his. He just starts rubbing it.
The hell?
They don't explain why. They don't explain. He doesn't get any, like, it's literally for like 10 seconds. They show it for like 10 seconds and then,
which is still too long to be.
I know and then he's like, and then he snaps out of it. He's like, yo, what's going on? He's like,
he had
he was
a
like in a
momentary
trance.
lapse of reason.
That moment when you hear your boy and you get hard for like 1 second and then you're like, yo, hold on.
Wait a minute, I'm not gay.
Wait.
It's very weird too, because yeah, Snoop's character is the louder of the two. So it's like, what are you? What exactly is going on here? I don't. But yeah, it's a peculiar movie. Let's see. My memory isn't all that great. I took like, I think that's it. Oh my God, that's not. There's another thing. Eminem's in it, and I don't think he's in it for more than 2 scenes because he's like calling this place and being like, I hate you, man. And he starts rapping every time. He's like, Cinnamon, I hate you, man. Why'd you fire me? I'm going to get you.
It was an actual conversation between Eminem and...
There's no conversation. He calls the guy, he raps at him, and then hangs up. And I feel like that's pretty baller.
Do you do that when you answer the phones at...
Yeah.
Just rap at customers?
Stop it. No more name dropping.
Anytime you make another name drop, you're going to have to bleep it out. So that's on you, bud.
Yeah, I know.
Enough. I'm fine with like the information being out. I just don't want it.
No, I'll take it out.
But it's like, I love that concept of like harassing someone, and it's just like, here I go, like mystical, and then hang up, and he's like, who's calling me? Stop it. And then finally you call someone, they start rapping back. You're like, oh, you just like hang up.
I mean, I've sort of had something happen like that happen to me in my old job, but it was a message they left overnight.
Message.
And they were singing Milkshake.
My milkshake's bringing all the boys to the yard.
That's...
Who is this? I will find you, and I will rap battle you.
What if Liam Neeson was the one rapping on the phone?
Liam Neeson finds you and just starts rap battling you. Drops the N-word on you. You're like, whoa, man. All right, let's calm down.
Too far.
Come on, man.
I know, just the
This is
concept
enough.
of like someone just randomly rapping at you is always so funny to me. Just like, gotta throw them off their rhythm.
Yeah. But anyway, whenever Eminem is doing this, he's just staring, or no, he's not staring. All right, he's calling him, right? The bedroom though is pitch dark. I don't think it's Eminem in like a couple of those scenes. I think they just got him to like voice record over some of them. He's in the movie, but it's only like the last scene he's in and the first scene he's in. And they show him briefly, but like the other times he's just in the dark. So I was like, I don't think it's Eminem. I think they just got a random white dude and just put him in there and was like, act like Eminem.
Do your best Eminem impression.
Which I feel like it's not that hard. He was in the same bedroom. I feel like they could have got him just for one take in a bedroom.
Maybe this is just like the John Fetterman situation. Like, because have you heard about that?
What?
So Senator John Fetterman, there's been a conspiracy theory going around recently that he has a body double that he was using for I don't know what, but it's just hilarious because that man is an absolute unit.
Yeah.
So like, where would you find a body double?
That's fair. I mean, Eminem is just a white dude. I feel like you can find John Fetterman's a whole other.
He is.
You have to grow another John Fetterman in a lab. You can't. That beast of a man. Oh my God, we should have him on the pod. Just like, so how you been, man? Whoa. I don't know. I can't. I don't think I've heard John Fetterman talk. I can't do a good John Fetterman.
David Letterman.
I can't. I can only do like very. I'm more of a vibes guy. Where whenever I talk, like I can do Obama. Let me be queer. See, vibes.
Can you do anyone else?
I wanted. The American people are tired of women. Who's that? That was Bernie Sanders.
I was wondering if you're about to do Joe Biden, but
No.
no, your Joe Biden impression is just him like, what?
Yeah, no, it's not. But anyway, yeah. So Eminem is just like he's like in it and then not, and then I think he ends up getting shot at the end of the movie. I don't know, something dumb like that.
Spoilers, man.
So this is what you call a character arc.
It is, yeah. Well, a spoiler alert for The Wash, a movie you're definitely gonna watch. That wasn't released in like 2003. Like it might have been a 1990s movie.
How did you come across this? Were you just like
It was
browsing?
just on HBO.
Okay.
I don't know. I just watch whatever HBO tells me to. I'm like,
So-called free thinker.
shut up, Netflix. And I'm like, oh, hell, the empire of HBO. That's how it is. But yeah, I think, oh yeah, there's also a hostage situation. Their boss gets taken hostage. And they're trying to distract the guy that took him hostage. And they do a dance. They just start dancing in front of like a car. Like she's like seducing him. He's like, oh yeah, baby. And like, that's it. It felt very weird because I was like on my phone. It wasn't a movie that, I'm not saying it didn't deserve my full attention, but I mean, it didn't need my full attention. And like, they were just dancing and then like, they were like running out the bedroom or the house. And I was like, yeah, I know this is just the kind of movie this is.
They said about to do a DreamWorks dance party.
They should have. That would have been awesome. Car wash.
All films would be better if they ended with a DreamWorks dance party.
We need to end the John 2 Zone with a dance party.
Just something a bunch of people should.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, that was it. That was a wash. And I watched it. There's also that one gif of Dr. Dre. I don't know if you've seen it. He's like, ooh. That's in that movie. He's like looking at.
Oh.
It's one of those where he's looking at a fine girl and he's like, ooh.
Now you do that in public.
Ooh. I start doing that just like on the train whenever I see people. I'm just like, ooh.
They see that and run away.
I'm gonna start doing that to. I start doing that to people I just like don't like. I'm just like, I hate you. I'm like, ooh. Ooh.
I feel like it's more of a different tone than the ooh.
Ooh. That should just be my two reactions. Like, ooh, and like, ugh.
Disgusted ooh, and
I start walking down the metro train and like I look at every single person. I'm like, ooh. Ooh. Ugh. Ooh. Sir, please sit down. I'm like, ooh.
Stop
like,
resisting.
sir,
Don't resist arrest.
Show me your Metro pass. You've gone through seven cars, please. Just show me your pass. Oh. Ooh. Like, sir, I'm going to beat you senseless, please. Just show me your pass.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, that's it. You're banned. You're banned for life. Screw you.
John, why couldn't you come into work today? Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. I got bought.
You all interactions are just variations of oh, and then when you have to answer the phone, it's just you rapping at them.
Yeah. I mean, life is better whenever you're living with catchphrases. I feel like it's it's pretty underrated. Just like having a catchphrase that you just revert to. You don't have to think about the words you say. It's awesome. This is like my being an NPC. Being an NPC is cool. It's awesome. Like, just like tell me something. Just say anything.
John, you have cancer.
Interesting. See, it's so easy. I don't have to think about any words I say. I just have to. All right, say another thing.
John, where is Winston right now?
Up your butt.
Got him.
It's so easy. Just have like 3 phrases and then just throw them in the ground. You don't have to think about any, you leave your mind to think about other things. You don't have to. You don't be forced into being a non-NPC. All right, it's completely fine to be an NPC.
John, what's your take on the Israel-Palestine situation?
Interesting. Nah, all my boys know I want a free Palestine. That's one thing. See, that's why I say interesting to other things. So whenever you bring in some real shit like that, I'm like, I know my shit. All right, welcome everybody from our intermission. Yeah, we're just doing a thumbnail real quick. A little behind the scenes action. Show you a little bit of how the magic's made. I've been trying to better myself. I went on a run again this weekend, and it killed me. I didn't realize how out of shape I was until I got like half a mile into it, and I wasn't even running that hard, and I was just like, damn. I
thought you were the peak of male performance.
Not right now. I needed to. That was weird.
There's a taxi outside.
Oh, screw that taxi.
We should ask the taxi driver if he wants to be a guest.
I don't think we have the capacities for that. I don't think we barely got this mic set up. I don't know if we need another guy.
We got to push the envelope.
We do. But yeah, I went on a run, and I love going on a run down Lakeshore because I always, in case you're in Chicago, you could see me just run around shirtless on the Lakeshore. You catch me at the perfect time. I use it so I can do my push-ups. I'm pulling a Jeremy Allen White and just telling everybody, check me out. I'm shirtless, guys. Actually, don't do that. You're going to make me extremely insecure. If I see anyone see me shirtless, I'm just going to like shrivel up. I'm going to jump into the lake. I will jump into the lake.
As it gets colder.
If you see me shirtless.
They're like, wait a minute, you're John too.
I'm just going to dive right into the rocks. I do not care. I will look for a rock and just... Woo.
You could cut out the middleman and just like grab a pebble and smash it directly into your forehead.
I'm too much of a coward to do that.
You just have a cyanide pill on hand in case of that event.
No, I'm literally just gonna.
Why do you make it look like the synchronized swimming type?
Exactly. No, you're gonna see me.
It's not even like a fast like run away type jump. It's just like a perfect.
Someone's gonna see me and they're just be like, "No, John, stop!" And I'm gonna be like, "You made me do this."
You just gotta get a bunch of Z-list podcasters together and go out on a run shirtless, and then one person recognizes all of you at once, and then you do a whole synchronized dance routine.
It's like
the Chicago nude bike race, but if you're just going to synchronized swimming.
No, and there's just rocks there, and we're all heading straight for it. They're like, 29 podcasters died this weekend.
Out of sheer embarrassment.
Someone saw them shirtless, and so they did the only thing they knew to do.
It's a good thing you
go head first into rocks.
It's a good thing you're not taking a run by the Chicago River. Otherwise, you're just going to be like walking Chernobyl.
Exactly. But no, it's great. What I do is, that where Lakeshore's at, where you look at the city, I always just sit there, and I'm shirtless. So I'm just like sitting there. I'm just like fat, sweaty, just like staring at everyone, and people are walking by and they're just trying to look at the Chicago skyline, and I'm just kind of like sitting there.
Dudes have to cover their wives' eyes.
No, I'm just sitting there. I'm speaking like rhymes, riddles, and omens.
You're just pondering.
I'm just like, they're walking by. They're like, honey, get a picture. I'm like, 7 days. 7 days. And they're like, can we just like go somewhere else? This is ridiculous. Just kind of.
I feel like now you just need like a wizard staff while you're sitting there, just be like speaking in rhymes.
That's why I grew out the beard and the hair, so I could look as crazy as possible when I'm there. Start barking at people. I'm like, "Rrr, rrr." Like a bike. Like a bike will come and go. "Rrr." And I just kind of like sit there and relax. I love just sitting there, just thinking about life.
Just like
it's my safe space.
Where you're immediately scared to have someone recognize you shirtless.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've walked by, I thought I recognized someone, and I just like froze. I was like, Like,
You just cover
my
your
heart,
chest.
like- I know. I'm just like,
I'm indecent.
stop looking. It's like you're the one walking around
Take a
shirtless.
picture. It'll last longer.
Yeah, I know. I got whistled at whenever I was running back.
Ooh.
It was by a man though, so I was like,
Well, you must have loved that.
I kind of do, because gay standards are higher than women's standards.
Your self-esteem just skyrocketed.
I was like, all right, man. I just like gave him a nod. I was like, salute, and just walked. I was like, all right, man, cool.
Understandable. Have a great day.
Yeah, I know, it was awesome. I was like, I guess someone is I'm for the girls and the gays. I'm not gay, but
It's because
I'm
you're
for them.
self-proclaimed lesbian coded.
It's true, but that means I wouldn't appeal to gay men, so it's a little. It doesn't really make sense. We're still trying to flesh that out, but I feel like, I listen to too much Lucy Dacus to not be lesbian coded. It's true.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's great. I feel like I was going somewhere else with that. Let me check the show notes.
You just wanted to talk about how you like to run around shirtless.
It's true. I did. This is all a roundabout way to be like,
Dating profiles.
someone found me attractive once, and I'm gonna hold on to it because I'm insecure. I'm insecure. Please like and subscribe, or else I'm gonna.
I need this.
You don't understand. You don't understand. If this podcast doesn't do well, I don't even know what I would do. I'm burning this. If we don't get 500 subscribers by the end of next week, I'm burning
We
this.
can't let this happen.
You guys know how valuable this is?
You paid $2 for that.
No, I paid $2.99.
Oh.
Even worse. Speaking of Ryan Gosling, The Notebook, great movie. Kind of pisses me off though, because Ryan Gosling threatens to kill himself. He marries a woman at the end. I threaten to kill myself, and I'm suddenly a harasser of women. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, you aren't Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I know, but the concepts that he does should still apply to me. He was threatening to kill himself, and she was like, okay, fine. But whenever I do it, they're always like, John, please get help.
You could do other Ryan Gosling moves. Like you could get
Lars and the Real Girl?
I was just about to go there.
Let's order a doll for the show.
Yeah.
I'm just like walking around. So here's my girlfriend. Love you, babe. Just everyone's like, what is he doing with that?
It's the love of my life.
It's the love of my life.
We could just go take Buff Jose over. That can be your doll.
I feel like that's worse. Just get Jose. Just
Yeah, just actual
he's
Jose.
not allowed to speak at all. He's not allowed to speak at all.
He's just on his phone. It's just like
No, he's not allowed to be on it. He's not allowed to do anything.
he's like
He's barely allowed to breathe. He just has to sit there and just kind of like,
I'm your girlfriend.
and it's just regular Jose. We don't even dress him up, and he wears the same clothes every single time.
Put him around a wheelchair.
Yeah. So damn. All right. So I ruined that punchline with The Notebook because I definitely pre-planned that bit.
I was gonna say I could help you out by cutting that up.
Yeah,
but-
cut that up for TikTok. All right. If you really want to see the full clips, you better watch the whole damn podcast or listen to it.
Yeah.
Just get a little behind the scenes actions for your head top. Bomba clot.
Good to see what John harasses me to make all week.
Controller. I do not harass you.
There was a
I just
moment I was
asked.
scared that you were.
Yeah, I know. I remember that moment because it was hilarious. Because I was like, can you just open up the video where software on your computer to make sure you can log in? And you're like, I don't want to. I was like, why not? Just open it. And you're like, I don't want to make it. I'm like, don't make it. Just open it.
I thought you were asking me to do it right that instant. I was like,
No.
I want to go to bed.
No, Harrison. None of us are getting paid for this. I would not do that. You know that.
I
I don't do things. I don't force people to do things unless they get paid or they willingly want to do it. You willingly wanted to do this.
There's things I wouldn't put past you. I'll put it that way.
I'm a pretty reasonable guy.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said that. I don't like the way you said that at all. You know damn well I wouldn't do that to you, my beautiful baby boy.
When you're at work and you're like, hey, can you let me know when the TikTok's ready so I can go to the bathroom and upload it?
I told you I wanted to upload it daily.
But
you had the clip ready. I knew you had it ready. That's the only reason I asked you.
To me, it was just funny that like, can you let me know so I can go to the bathroom to do it?
I mean, to be fair, I could have just done it in my cubicle, but I want, I'm doing work in my cube. I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little bathroom break.
Off duty, John.
I've already told you guys I drink a lot of water. I'm in that health life. I'm getting back to the health.
You're the most frequent pisser there.
Healthy living, here we come. Yeah, it actually is. I'm like horrified by how much I have to pee because I look around like at the people like near me. They do not get up as much as I do.
They're just like
they're locked in, and I'm just like, anyone else got to go pee?
Let's go together.
I'm just like so scared. I'm like, guys, are you sure you don't want to go? Guys, can we go pee?
I'm scared.
Are you sure, you guys?
It's just like they're like, John.
You guys are wrong. You guys need to go to the restroom. Let's go. Come on.
People come in the restroom like, John, why are you always in here?
Look, man, it's not my fault. All right, I'm sorry. I want to drink water. I'm sorry. I want to eat healthy. God. Speaking of healthy living, I've been meaning to tell this story just because it's so funny to me and so personal. It's a Subway. I was telling you about it earlier, but I was on a road trip with my dad and we made a pit stop at a Subway to get a sandwich, as one does. This is like, I'm very much a child. I was learning baseball, right? And so we were waiting in line for our Subway sandwich, and I was practicing my baseball hit because it was during like the summer. I was playing baseball, and I was practicing my swing, rotating my hips, moving my feet, squashing the bug, and I'm just swinging my hands. Accidentally swinging my hands, slapped this kid that's right behind me. Didn't know this kid was behind me. I felt so bad. I looked over, and this kid
he was dead.
Yeah, no, he died on the spot. It was crazy. But no, it was just like it was like a little slap. It was enough to where it was a hearty slap. I wouldn't slap any of you guys that hard. And he starts crying and going over to his dad. His dad is pissed. He's like, "Son, why are you crying?" Why are you crying? Why are you crying? And you know how like dads get mad when they're like, "Oh my God, why did you start crying? I don't know how to take care of this, blah, blah." Dad gets mad. My dad
such a burden.
does not notice. I think I remember him being like, I don't know what's happening there.
Interesting.
Kid doesn't say anything. So if you're a kid, I think from Texas, and you have a story of getting slapped in a Subway and your dad getting mad at you, I'm very sorry. That was a complete accident. We were walking out the Subway and I was like looking back. I was like, should I say something? Nah. Let's go. That's what's like so bad about it is that I had the know-all to be like, I did something wrong. I need to repent for that, because I felt bad for the kid, because the dad was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
We've all had that day where we ruined some random kid's life during childhood.
I know, that was trauma. I accidentally gave that kid trauma.
He's in an institution now.
I want that kid to find. Let's make this a TikTok. And
we need to find this kid.
If you got slapped in a Subway, DM me, or actually no, DM Harrison.
No.
With everything, your social security number, your phone number, everything. Let's get in contact. I will issue a formal apology to your father for putting him through that.
Not to you, though. Not to you. You don't deserve it.
No, why were you standing right behind me, you little idiot? Jesus. You saw me practice. I was a little Mexican boy. Of course I was going to be practicing baseball. Duh.
What if it's just some like random person who's like low-key celebrity now?
Damn, dude, he would put me in the dirt. He'd be like, I hate you. I'm here because of you. So I appreciate you, but also do not respect you as a person. That's exactly what he would say.
You were nothing to me.
I don't know how old I had to have been like, I was gaining memories, but I wasn't, and I knew what I was doing, what I did. It was an accident, but I knew it was wrong to not say anything. And I also don't know if that was a dream or not. It could have very much been one.
You send people on a like wild goose chase just to find someone that was in your dream.
I'm like 90% sure it's real. There's like a couple, I don't know if you guys have this, where there's some dreams and some memories where you're like, I'm not entirely sure if that was real.
I get those all the time.
Like I don't know if it's a memory or a dream. I still haven't asked my parents just because I'm too afraid to ask them, that I fell out of like a little like cart and I fell out, hit my head, and I pass out. And like I like vaguely remember like my cousin being like, oh, John fell out, or like something like that.
John fell off.
And then I just like wake up and like I have like a little bit of scratches, but like not many. But I just remember just like concussed. I passed out. And I don't know if that actually happened or not. I'm too afraid to ask my parents. I'm too afraid because I'm like, did I fall out of that car like a little bitch? Did I?
You don't remember what happened in between?
No.
No, your parents are just like, oh, so much happened then.
We need to get John in a hospital now.
Bill Clinton was there.
I missed a whole year of my life.
You're in a
That'd
coma.
be insane. They're like, John, you passed out that whole year. I was just,
And then, like, they just brought you back the next year to the exact spot it happened, laid you on the ground, and you're like, huh?
what happened?
Mommy, Daddy?
What happened?
How long have I been out?
Yeah, that was like, I think that was like the same range as me slapping the kid. So it might have been karma. God smited me for that. He's like, I know what you did.
I feel like that's another just like treasure trove of like stuff that happened like in early childhood. Is like just random moments where you remember getting like injured. And I'm like, was that a dream? I feel like that one you always can't remember if that happened.
Yeah, I have a lot of memories that I do remember being like a cringe little kid, and it like hurts me. I'm like,
You wrote a
dude,
Minecraft rap parody.
I was like, why was that? No, I'm thinking a lot. I'm thinking pre-K.
Oh.
I have some memories from pre-K that I remember, and I'm like, what was I doing? I was like, you cringe little kid.
Mine wasn't necessarily cringe, more like I was just like, what was the thought process? Like I remember I tried doing a somersault down the slide and then I fell off the side of it.
Nerd. Oh my god. That happened to me once. I remember I fell off a slide. It was after I did swim lessons. This is where I'm learning to swim. So I'm old enough. I'm old enough to also watch TV. I wanted to watch the Scooby-Doo. They were on Boomerang. I really loved those.
Boomerang.
And before that, I knew what time it was at, and so we were hanging out outside. And had a little like slide, and it went into like a little like a little pool we had, like an inflatable pool. And so I'm sliding down, fall off the side, land on my neck, and I'm like, Mom, I can't move my neck. And they're just like, oh my god, John, are you okay? And I'm just like sitting there, and like it's super hot, so they put like a hat, like a giant like hat on me and like sunglasses. And I'm just like, I can't move. I'm like, I'm paralyzed. I was like, oh. And then like I started feeling better. I was like, oh, okay, I got to go watch Scooby-Doo now.
Priorities.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I remember a time when I decided I want to get into climbing trees, and then I had this like toy Packers football helmet that I put on, and I'm like,
That helped.
I'm gonna need this. I have a feeling I'm gonna need this, and so I got like maybe a few feet up the tree and then immediately tumbled down, landed on my head, and I'm like, well, and it like cracked the Packers helmet like almost in half, and I was just like, well, I at least had one, safety measure planned.
Yeah, that's fair. I had it's always good to have a safety measure as a child.
Which was the cheap Packers helmet.
Yeah. You wouldn't be the man you are today.
Thank you to the Green Bay Packers.
They can go to hell for all I care. There's also
My dad told me recently, so my My grandpa enrolled me in the Packers like season ticket waiting list when I was born. It's funny because I give no shits about the Packers. But my dad sent me a text the other day saying that congratulations, you are now number 33,162 on the Packers season ticket waiting list. That is out of 147,000.
Jeez, and you were born when this...
Yeah, I was born when I was added to this.
Jesus Christ. That list is insane.
Time flies.
There is. There's one moment as a child whenever I didn't think it was cringe. I was more just like, damn, this is when everything went downhill.
This is when I fell off.
Yeah, it's whenever I realized the Power Rangers don't exist in real life.
Yeah, no, I felt that.
I never had a moment where Santa Claus was ruined for me. I had the moment where the Power Rangers were ruined for me. That rocked my damn world for like at least 2 weeks because I was a Power Rangers kid. I can find like so many baby pictures of me like Power Rangers decked out. I had so many
Did
costumes.
you ever meet them at like Disney or anything?
Mm-mm.
I remember
No.
that for me, that was I thought they were real when I went to Disney World and I was like, I got to meet them.
It never got to that point. I was never young and foolish enough to meet them in person. But no, I watched them all the time. It was like they were my idols. I was like, when I grow up, I am going to be a Power Ranger. Lightspeed Rescue, baby. And then one of my friends, he was just like, you do know they're not real, right? And I'm like, man, shut up. He's like, dude, I'm being serious. And I was like, say psych. Like, there's no, I'm like, they're real. And this is like me after seeing them like destroy an entire city, whole city in rubble, and like these like aliens like, woo, like they're like obviously fake, and I'm like, oh my god, I can do this. I can literally do this.
This is within my skill set.
Like if I start training now, I'll be set. I have the willpower. I have the heart of a Red Ranger. And then he was like, nah. And it just killed me. I don't know. I was just like so deflated because that was my career path up until
Be
like,
a Power Ranger.
This was like in kindergarten. I was like, I'm going to be a Power Ranger because I have a heart of gold. And I think after that, it just killed me. I think that broke me more than Santa Claus or anything else really could have.
That's the paradox of being a Power Ranger. If you have a heart of gold, then you don't know that they're not real. And if you don't have a heart of gold, then they're not real.
Yeah, no, it messed up with me, and that's why I am who I am today. That's why I'm not a...
You may say ACAB, but Power Rangers SPD emergency.
Those guys were off the books.
They weren't
the
boys in blue. They were the boys in rainbow colors.
They weren't puppets of the state. All right. They were for the people. You saw them. Which one was it that were cops?
SPD emergency.
SPD. Nah, because the Red Ranger, he was a criminal. He was a reformed man. That's why.
Was it?
Don't mess with me with Power Rangers lore.
No, because
don't mess with me.
I'm not trying to.
I will destroy
I'm agreeing.
you.
I just remember the Blue Ranger wanted to be the Red Ranger in that one, but he just ended up being the Blue Ranger.
He was the Red Ranger in one episode.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that episode very vividly. But yeah, no, that was my one. It wasn't like a cringe moment. That like built my character of who I was like, oh, okay, I don't need to be really good because I can't be a Power Ranger.
I mean,
I was like, I'll still be nice.
To be fair, when I was in kindergarten, we had to do like what do you want to be when you grow up? I wrote superhero.
Martin Scorsese hates you. This is what's wrong with culture.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in kindergarten, I never had an answer for what I wanted to be when I grew up because I was just like, okay, yeah, all these kids are talking about wanting to be firefighters or policemen or whatnot, and like, I don't want to be those things. I don't know what I want to do. I don't think about what I'm gonna do the rest of my life. I'm just a kindergartner.
I never thought.
I want to play with Legos. That's it.
Me neither.
From kindergarten, you're like, I want to be a VFX person.
It's always so weird. All the jobs that you get are never the ones that are like, you can be this. Like, of course, I think anyone can be a police officer. You just,
Yeah, you got.
you don't even have to be competent. You just got to want to do it.
You just got to do like a couple week course and then
Yeah, and then you're set. I mean,
here's your gun and taser.
There's only like a couple of like jobs that they tell you at the like beginning of your life that are like plausible, but still like pretty like
Nursing,
doctor. Everything else, it's like you don't tell a kid like you're gonna be a hedge fund manager when you grow up.
You're gonna be a mortician.
Just like, kid, keep on thinking big, all right? Because you're gonna be the head of Goldman Sachs, all right? And you are going to ruin so many foreign kids' lives.
You know what you're gonna be someday, son? You're gonna be just like Daddy, a gynecologist.
I know. That's what I'm gonna tell my kid. I'm like, you can be an accountant one day. He's like, I mean, I guess. Sure.
But I wanted to work for the fair.
I want to be a podcaster just like you, Dad. No. I'm doing this so you don't have to. I'm doing this for us.
Every day I spend 8 hours in the content mines providing for this family.
I was in the mines for bloody hours.
Who else is gonna find this content?
God damn. I hate how the word content is being used. I don't know if you saw the tweet for the Writers Guild. They're like, finally, content creation is back. And I'm like, don't call it that. You ruined all of film and media.
They're gonna go back on strike now that they've been labeled content creators.
Yeah, no, they should. They should go on strike for stopping the Office reboot.
Yeah.
That should be their first demand.
Priority 1.
Stop the Office reboot. Number 2, what were we just talking about?
Being called content creators.
Number 2, stop being called content creators. And number 3, the nice guys too. That should be their 3 demands.
All right.
And I feel like they could win.
Ryan Gosling's just like, I'm here.
He is. He's been a very vocal part of this show.
Yeah.
And I think he will continue to be a very vocal part in this show.
He's one of your role models.
He is. He should be the lighting for next episode.
Yeah.
I'll figure out which one though. I'll make it the gray man, so it's just like the lighting is just as terrible as possible.
No, you made from Blade Runner that like really purple or pink shot where
Whenever he's staring at Ana de Armas.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Why don't we just make it Ana de Armas so I can be Ryan Gosling? Think with your head, Harrison. Come
or
on.
do you just want to look at Ana de Armas?
I'm not the one being interrogated here. All right, this is my show.
Then who is being interrogated?
The viewer. Why haven't you liked and subscribed? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Ah.
What's your name? What's your blood type?
Where are we going with that? Power Rangers. How much time do we got?
We're at an hour.
Yeah, the camera's only got a few minutes left.
A few minutes left. All right, we can end it off. Let's see. Let me see if I have any bits. Let's see. That one. We did that one. I just have one note. I am one bad day from having a psychotic break. That's just the only note I have.
Do you know the context behind that, or is that just there?
I think I've just been in too good of a mood. Like, so many bad things have been happening. Like, I mean, at least yesterday, I was like, whenever I got rained on, I was wet the whole day. I like went outside and I was like, this is nice, but like, something's gonna break me like very soon. I am way too happy. It's not.
And then Winston
my production is
threw
too
up.
unsustainable. It is. I'm scared for that moment. I think I'll be all right. But I am very scared for that upcoming demise.
When Winston throws up in front of you.
That's his version of shooting himself in the head. Just vomiting in front of me.
Just alters your...
I'm going to vomit in front of you and make you watch. I'm going to change the trajectory of your life. I'm like, not really, but okay.
Just like,
You're just going to ruin the next 30 minutes of my life. Not too big of a deal.
1 minute.
1 minute. All right. That's the show. Like, subscribe.
Pity.
Follow for more. Yeah. Pity, subscribe. Pity, like. We'll take it wherever we can get it. See you next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.